では皆さん, today I'm going to introduce the rest of the new kanji for chapter 9. So we're going to continue talking about some kanji that we use to write adjectives. Let's take a look at our first one. The first kanji that we are going to learn today is oi no o. So it's the o part in oi. This is a word that we haven't learned yet as vocabulary, so we're a little bit ahead of time with this one. But it means many. So this kanji can be read oi. Another reading that it has is ta. And an easy way to remember that it has that reading ta is to look at what it's made of. So we just wrote the katakana ta two times, right? So it's like one ta too many. ですね. So using this kanji, we can write oi. So 皆さん見てください. Let's write it together. So we'll start with the first ta on top is 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 多いのおですね. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The O in OE. Our next kanji is the suko in sukoshi, or the suku in sukunai. So sukoshi or sukunai. So this one is a little bit tricky because the reading of the kanji will change depending on which hiragana we have after it. So if you see the kanji plus the hiragana shi, we know that it's read sukoshi. But if you see the kanji plus the hiragana nai, we know that it's read sukunai. Sukunai. So sukoshi means like just a little bit of something. It's the same as chotto. Sukunai is the opposite of oi. So it means that there's only a few. So as you might notice, we start out this kanji by writing chisai that we studied last week. Chisai. Then we have one more stroke at the end. So let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once again, we start writing chisai. 1 hook. 2, 3, 4. 1 hook. 2, 3, 4. So this is sukoshi or sukunai. ですね. Our next kanji is hiroi. This is another one where the word is a little bit new to us still. But hiroi means like an area is like wide or spacious. So usually in Japanese, when we talk about a room, we don't usually say like a big room so often as we might say like a spacious room, a room where there's a lot of space. So this hiroi is the word we use for that. So we will start off with this kind of roof area, and then we write the katakana mu underneath. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, カタカナム。もう一度、1、2、3、4、5。もう一度、1、2、3、4、5。広い、広い。Our next kanji is one that is more familiar to us. 早い。早い is the word. So 早い, when ending with e, This is an adjective, so we use it to describe something that is early. We could say, like a class that is early in the day. Could be like, 早いクラス. When we have 早く, this is an adverb. This is the one you might be seeing more often. We use it to describe when we do something early. So, 早く起きます. 早く寝ます. This describes a verb, an action that we do early. So, この漢字, we have 日曜日の日, and then we have the number 10ですね. So, let's write it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 日曜日の日. で、1, 2. もう一度。1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. もう一度。1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 早いの早。早いの早く。Our next kanji is 長い. 長い. So this one, we have to be a little bit careful about the stroke order when we write it. So this part at the top and this part at the bottom, these vertical parts, it looks kind of like they're connected, but they're actually two separate lines. So we'll have to keep that in mind when we write it. Let's take a look at the stroke order together. So as you can see, we have the top here, and then this bottom part is a separate part. So we start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 長いです。6, hook, 7, 8. So the sixth stroke is all by itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 長いです。6, 7, 8. This is 長いの長. Next we have 明るい. 明るい. This is one of our kanji where the parts of it give us a hint about the meaning. So if we had the sun and the moon both out at the same time, it would be very 明るい, right? So 明るい means like a light is very bright. So we write with this kanji, and then rui is the okurigana part. This is also the first kanji in ashita. Ashita. So tomorrow is a bright and shiny new day. So we write ashita this way. So when we write, we start with 日曜日の日. And then next to it, we have 月曜日の月. So this is the aka in 明るい and the first kanji in ashita. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hook, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hook, 7, 8. So, aka from 明るい, the first kanji of ashita. Our next kanji is suki. This is the su in suki, the su in daisuki. So we write this kanji with two parts that we have studied before, right? We write with onna and kodomo. So we think of this kanji think back to the perspective of the person first making this kanji in old-timey China. A person who you like, a person you think is good would be, hopefully, your wife and children, right? Hopefully you like them. So this suki comes from those two parts. So we will start with onna. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3 makes ko. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The su in suki. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the su in suki. Lastly, we have one more kanji. This is the tomo in tomodachi. Tomodachi. So the first part is kind of like back when we learned hidari and migi, but this bottom part is different. So let's take a look. We write with 1, 2, 3, 4. Once again. 1, 2, 3, 4. One last time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tomodachi, the tomo in tomodachi. Okay. So that is all of the kanji that we will have in chapter 9. So make sure that you practice both reading and writing the kanji so that you're able to retain them for a long time.